Hey y'all. What's up? What's up? Listen, y'all get in here, please. Hit the like button. Put your like number in the chat. We got some gossiping to do. I would have came earlier, but y'all, I don't feel good today. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't feel good at all today. This is not my day, but I'm gonna make it be my day. So y'all come in here, gossip with me a taste, so I can try to feel better. Okay? Because we got to talk about what's going on, what has happened, the recent developments, some of the older developments. Y'all, I even lost my earring. I don't even know. I just realized when I got ready to get on here with y'all that I lost my earring too. Like, this is not my day. This ain't my day at all. I want to hit the reset button and just try it again later. Okay. But let me greet who's in the room and thank y'all for your likes and all that good stuff. And then we're gonna get into what's going on. Okay. Bianca the Beautiful is here. Happy Friday. All right. Now I believe our girl Tiffany J say it's her birthday, but I'm gonna need her to come on in here, you know, because I don't have her cash app. But sis, if you here, come on, because you know today is your day. Thank you for being like number two, God's anointed daughter. How you doing? Sharon Middleton. How are you? How are you? Happy to be happy. She says she number three all day, and so is Magdalene Lamar. Hey sis, how you doing? Y'all get in here, please. Listen, man, look, I have been through it. I've been through it today. I don't even know, y'all. My stomach bothering me. Everything, and I've been sneezing. What will I do? Vita Worship, thank you for being number four. Good to see you, sis. Jackie Gaines in the house. How you doing? No, I did not eat. My stomach will not allow no eating, but I have been drinking water. Mm-hmm. Hey, Monique C. How you doing, sis? Thank you for being number seven. I appreciate you. Inell, hey now. All right. Katrina Taylor, happy Friday. Thank you for being number 10. You and Queen of Hearts KS. Junie B, the gorgeous one, is number 13. Hey, love. How you doing? Hey, Tracy Lashley. Thank you for being number 9. Okay, D. Serotinus is in the house. Hey now. Happy Friday. Callie Dream is 13, and so is D. Serotinus. Y'all been tearing that like button up. I love it. I love it. Hey, Rachel Hinton. How you doing, gorgeous? Thank you for being number 15. Hey, Miss Thelma. Thank you for being 21. What? Man, when I tell you I don't feel it, my stomach is doing some weird stuff. When I say weird stuff, I can't eat nothing in peace. Last night I had popcorn, and even that went wrong on my stomach. So, y'all say a little quiet, little silent prayer for me or something. I don't know what's up, but we're going to ride it out. We're going to ride it out. Hey, Clyde Jones, thank you for being number 20. G Darling, okay, she slid by to visit with us today. Happy Friday, girl. Hey, Jenny Patterson, thank you for being 24. Sweet beloved, thank you for being number 21. Thank you, Kelly Dream, man. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. Oh man, thank y'all for being here for me and to hang with me. Like sometimes you need somebody to talk to when you feel like roadkill. Okay. All right. Thank you, sis. Hey, Shani. Thank you for being number 28. Thank you, G darling. That's right, girl. Please keep sending up prayers for the girl because y'all know I believe in prayer heavily. So please be praying for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Anita is here. Happy Friday to you, and thank you for being number 30. Listen, y'all keep hitting the like button. Your engagement button is on the bottom right hand side. Hit that button, the circle with the emojis, send up the bubbles so the people know we in here, we having a good time. Debbie Garcia is here, so Housewives Talk is legal. Thank you for being number 27, sis. So yeah, we gonna get right on that. And we gotta get into the Housewives Talk. There's been a couple of things, So excuse me. Excuse me. I told y'all I can't stop sneezing. Like between the sneezing and my stomach acting janky, I don't know what's going on, but I'm trying. I'm trying, y'all. I promise I'm trying, and it ain't gonna stop the gossip. We still gonna get it done. Ugh. Hold on. Papa's texting right when I'm on here with y'all. Okay. Thank you. Oh, my sister said thank you, thank you. They y'all telling me God bless you. Thank you. So yeah, Debbie, you been sneezing too. It's rough, man. It's real out here. Between the pollen and the air quality, I be watching the air quality index thing or whatever. The air quality be raggedy. Man, that is crazy. Man, you laughing at my sneeze? I sneeze like my daddy. You'll be surprised what children get from their parents. Like I got that sneeze from my daddy because he used to be hollering like during there screaming when he sneezed. Like we got some ugly sneezes, and I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I said, don't start crying. You're gonna make us cry. You look like you're gonna cry. I feel like crying, but I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. We're gonna get right into this gossip. And you did. You did put a smile on my face laughing at my sneeze. My sneezes are horrible. Like ain't nothing cute or dainty about it. When I gotta sneeze, it just, whew. I'll try to mute next time so I don't do that to y'all. I am so sorry. I am so, so, so sorry. I did not mean to just start sneezing in y'all ear, but it just kind of, came up. It just came up. So listen, like I was saying, make sure y'all use the engagement button. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you put your like number in the chat. Make sure you share the video because somebody else might want to gossip with us. And thank you, Debbie. And make sure y'all are greeting everybody in the chat. Okay. Hey, Rochelle. Thank you for being like number 31. I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you for being 31, Rochelle. Angela Davis, thank you for being 32. I appreciate it so much. My girl Queena is here. Hey, Queena. You'll take that sneeze over some of your cough sounding like a dog, especially with the room quiet, girl. Listen, we're women, but we still human, so we gonna make some sounds and stuff that's unpleasant at times. Everything can't be cute. Unfortunately, everything cannot be cute. So, like I was saying, make sure y'all like the video. Make sure you're putting your like number in the chat. Who is like number 45? Who has like number 45? We're going to start it off early. I'm going to wake it up early. Who like number 45? It's 33 past the hour. I'll give you the 34. Queena, thank you for being 34. Who's like number 45? Who got it? This your opportunity. This your chance. This is your day. Okay? If I call for a like number, it's because I got something for you. So if you don't give it to me, I can't give it to you. But you can't win it if you ain't in it. So make sure that you keep your like number. It is important. Keep your like number so when I ask for it, you can tell me and I can tell you something. Don't play unless you got a cash app because you can't win without a cash app. Auntie ain't doing no Zelle, Venmos, pen pals, smoke signals, carrier pigeons, bicycle messenger. We ain't doing none of that. Don't play unless you got a cash app, but you can't win if you ain't in. So make sure you keep your like number, write it, scratch it on the palm of your hand, a piece of paper, post it or something, and keep it close. Okay. Also, I know like sometimes more than one person will have the same like number. Whoever answers me first, sneezes and all, is gonna win. Okay. Whoever answers me first, sneezes and all, is going to win, but you can't win if you ain't in. So please keep your like number. You only cheating yourself. You only cheating yourself. Now we do have a birthday today. That's Tiffany J. I don't want to write the birthday message until I get her here because I don't know her cash app. So when Tiffany J get here, if I miss her, make sure y'all alert me to her presence so we can tell her happy birthday. Okay, but not yet, not until. Also, make sure we keep all the comments on the people on the screen. No personal insults or comments are tolerated at all. Everybody must be nice to the people who are here. Okay, we don't do that. Now, if you want to drag a celebrity, pseudo celebrity, B, D, C, or Z list celebrity, that's okay. But the dragging of each other is never cool. So please don't do it. If you want to cuss, please make sure you misspell your cuss words in the chat. Our lead archangel Bianca is here. If she catch you cussing, spelling it right, she might have to remove your message. We're not going to remove you, but the message going to have to go because you can't put the real cuss word in there, okay? Just spell it wrong and we can keep on rolling. Also, what else do I want to tell y'all? Ooh, if this is your first time being live, please make sure that you put FTL or first time live in the chat so we'll know it's your first time so that we can welcome you appropriately because we are happy to have you here. Please don't go by my face because right now, I'll give it to you. I look like death because I feel like death. But that ain't going to stop no gossip, okay? Yolanda Franklin, thank you for being number 36. Okay, so look, we about to get into this thing a little bit. Oh, my nose. It keeps feeling like I need to sneeze again. Y'all ever feel like a sneeze like in your nose, but it won't come down? That's where I am right now. I'm right there where the sneeze wants to come down, but I don't want it to come down. And it's trying to come down and I'm fighting it, but it's still, it's pushing me. But listen, you say you forgot to remind me to talk about Kim Zolciak. You know what? I seen her, but I ain't really I don't know what it is. I can't get into her. I saw something about her child saying she was embarrassed and all that. I can't get into Kim. I can't. I can't. Vintage 1970. Thank you for being like number 38. Okay. Hold on. Shannon say, oh, y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm in y'all conversation. Let me get out y'all conversation because I be minding other people's business. And y'all got to stop me when I get like that. Y'all, my stomach is doing something bad. Everything is messing up on me. Okay, so look, let me tell you what's on the agenda for today. Okay. What's on the agenda for today? We're gonna have a little chat about Eric Fuller because there's a little bit of gossip about him, and I have thoughts. Um, we gotta have us a laugh about Mia Thornton going public with that man. Y'all, I didn't get a real good look at that fella before, but we sure gonna pull him up in here so we can get a good look at him in her. Um, oh, then TVDs. Now I don't know whether it's true or whether they got the inside or whatever, but they said that Kiana is officially coming back. I have thoughts. I have thoughts. Um, I can get in the convo with y'all, then I would get what y'all talking about. Oh no, I ain't finna get in y'all conversation. Um, I'ma mind my business. Cause that's what I'm supposed to do. But listen. So we gotta talk about that. And then y'all, Amanda Seals again. This lady, after she done lied, talking about she got autism, no, she ain't been diagnosed with nothing. She probably done went and Google told her she got it. She then decides to go back on the internet and child, we doing the blame game again, somebody doing something to her, and we got to go back to a blast from the past from one of her previous victims. We're gonna do it. It's going down in here, and here it is. Now I don't know about nowhere else, but in here it is. Okay, but before we go any further, okay, I asked for 45 and nobody wouldn't tell me. So who's like number 52? I'm pulling random numbers. Who is like number 52? It is 40 after the hour. I'm going to give y'all the 42 after the hour. Who is like number 52? 52. Yes, Google told her. Google told her she had it. I'm assuming, or that this girl, she might have pulled it out of thin air. But we're going to talk about that. We definitely going to talk about it. But yeah, the gossip is kind of bubbling under a little bit today, but it's enough gossip that we got to have we got to have a chat. It's enough going on that we got to chat about it. Seriously. Oh, child. It's some stuff going on too with Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis. I don't know if y'all want to get into that. Tandra, for real, thank you for being like number 42. LaPriest, thank you for being 41. I'm so glad to see you. Where you been? You don't be around like you used to, girl. Hey, Coco Chanel. Thank you for being 45, sis. Yeah. You said Amanda Seals sealed the deal because it didn't work in her favor the way she thought it would. Apparently, that's how it go when things don't go her way. Hey, Tandra. Hey, it's the beautiful and gorgeous Niecy Rose at number 46. Yes, Vita, the birds are always right outside my window singing. Always. There's a bird feeder right in my yard, right by my front porch. So you're usually going to hear them in there singing their butts off. Miss Sparkle, our resident Mary Kay lady, is like number 50. Hey, sissy. DS, thank you for being 49. You going through, but you okay? Let me tell you something. I know I'm not the poster child for encouragement at the moment because I look like this, but I'm telling you, whatever you're going through, it's going to be all right. You're going to make it through. You're going to make it over. You're going to be able to look back at it, and then it's going to be a blessing. I promise you that. It's going to be all right, girl. I know it don't feel like it, but it will. All right, all right. Freedom 511, thank you for being number 52. Where was you a minute ago? Let me look at the timestamp. Well, the timestamp say that you hit it in time. Okay, so what's your cash app, Freedom 511? What's your cash app? I'm gonna give it to you because I like for the last like 2 or 3 lives, I can't even give away no money. Like that's when you know what kind of a recession is this? What kind of a recession is this? You try to give away and you can't even give away no money. That's when you know it's real, baby. You was stuffing your face. Now you know what? Freedom, what's your cash app? I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go, even though you was over there eating, knowing I can't eat nothing because my stomach done messed up, and didn't put your number in the chat like you was supposed to. But give me your cash app, okay? Because that I'm telling you, that's when you know it's real. When you trying to give away money and you can't give, it's like it's real. It's real out here, okay? Lord have mercy. Talking about they might text it. Who gonna text it? You gonna tell them? Trina, you snitching to the people? You snitching to the feds on us? We can't give away no money. Hey, my darling Yusuf, how are you? Oh, y'all overlook me today. Please overlook me. TT sinuses are raggedy. Okay, so it's enough people for the gossip to begin. I was trying you listening at work. Okay. Listen, those of you who at work, put your earphones in, be prepared to fake laugh. If you have to fake laugh, I want you to go achoo. Like pretend you sneezing so they don't see you. Get your water bottles, your earphones, okay? And just try not to let them people know that we're in here cutting up. All right. Thank you for being like number 57, Yusuf. All right, I'm Freedom 511. Where is your cash out? DV, thank you for being 57. And I'm gonna try to do one more before we start the gossip. Who has like number 86? Who got like number 86? 86 too. Freedom 511, we waiting on your cash app. And whoever is like number 86 is 45 past the hour. I'm giving you the 47 past the hour. Okay, thank you, Freedom. Because I was about to say, so she seriously say she ain't giving me her cash app. I was like, what did I do to Freedom? What is the problem? What did I do? What did I do? Golly. Boy, I tell you. I like your name on there, double favor. I know that's right, girl. Give me double favor. The name start with an L. Does the name start with L, Freedom? That's all I'm gonna ask before I shoot that over. Debbie Garcia, thank you so much for the super chat. This is my first support of the whole day. She said, hope they buy you something. Hope this buy you something, drink or medicine. Yes, definitely a daiquiri because I don't care if I'm sneezing. I will drink a sun in the sky. All right. I will. Thank you so much for the super chat, sis. You was 58. Your bad. Okay. That's what's up. Yep. I figured it was something to drink or some medicine. That's so sweet. It is. Okay. Perfect. Let me put hearts on it. Ooh, I can send a picture. I can send a picture. Wait. I want to find a pretty picture. Wait. I'm going to send a cake. I sent a picture, y'all. I feel like a big kid now. Thank you so much. Trina Taylor say never a snitch, but they tax you on everything. My blow pops went from 25 cents to 50 cents, not 30 or 45 or 50. The heathens. That's so wrong. That is so wrong. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Hold on. Debbie Garcia sent me a cash app too. Really, sis? That is so sweet. That is super sweet, sis. Thank you for that. Man, I love my sisters. So yeah, on the cash app, you know where you put the comment or whatever, it's like a little circle with some stars on it. If you hit it, it'll let you send pictures with it. You got it? All right. So I guess nobody wants to give me who is like number 87, and that's okay. I'm not even tripping. It's cool. It's cool. However, it's time to go ahead and start with this gossip. Because I tried. I did one. Nobody else wouldn't answer me. I don't know what else to say. So look. Let's start with what is being said on TV Deets about Kiana coming back. So now y'all know. Oh, y'all hit the like button, thumbs up the video. No love for me. What? I don't know. Thank you, Debbie. I'm definitely going to feel better. Definitely. No, Shanny, I'm going to pick random numbers. And it's up to you to do it. If it's one that ain't been done yet, then you got a chance to get it up there and get it done. Now, that's the best I can offer you. I'm going to pick the numbers I pick. Okay. So, according to TV Deets, hey, Delicia, thank you for being number 66. Yes, thank you for being 66. You didn't hear about it. Okay, well, this was an update that came today. Hey, oh my days. Thank you for being number 67. Yvette is here all the way from Birmingham, UK. Thank you for being number 68. I appreciate it. Yes. I feel like Wendy gonna be okay no matter what they do. Because, that sister's proved herself to be competent. So I'm just gonna let that be what it is. So this is what TV Deets wrote about Keiarna coming back, okay? This is what she said. This is what she has said. Now, according to TV Deets, this is their article. Ask and you shall receive. Keiara Stewart will be returning to RHOP after all. Sources tell TV Deets exclusively. So this is one of them exclusives, take it with a grain of salt, but this is what they saying. While it was initially thought that the season 8 friend of Wendy Osefo would not be back, multiple insiders confirm. So they claim they got multiple people saying this. Multiple insiders confirm she received a contract in the days following the last exclusive. Interesting. As previously reported, Ashley Darby, Giselle Bryant, Mia Thornton, Karen Huger, and Wendy Osefo are all returning as full-time housewives, with filming starting next week. TVDeets.com is where you can find this information. So Kiana will be back. Now, there were people, that were staunch supporters of the cast members who have been accused of colorism and bad behavior, who were like, oh, yeah, she's not coming back because she whooped Deborah, because she went ahead and whooped up that Muppet. But I didn't feel like they were not going to bring her back. I don't know. When they said, oh, no, she's not coming back, I'm like, I don't know about that. Let me wait and see. Now the story has changed, and multiple sources they're claiming are saying that she is indeed coming back, and they are filming starting next week. Excuse me, y'all. But I'm interested. Now, this is what's not being said, and I don't know what's clear and what's not clear. Until we get official announcements, we really can't go with anything. I can't go with anything because I don't know what the whole story is. With her coming back, and like I said, I think a lot of us suspected that she would be back. I'm interested to know, are they bringing her back in a friend capacity, or are they bringing her in as a full-time housewife? And I don't want to hear any nonsense about, oh, well, she may not be married or whatever. Neither is Giselle, and never has been the entire length of this show. She has literally shown us only one authentic boyfriend, and he soon ran for the hills, that being Sherman. Okay, I'm all for her return too. I like Kiana. She's stylish. She's cute. She seems diplomatic, but she's not a pushover. Like, she has potential. She has serious, serious potential. So we have to see what really comes out of it. Junie B said, I'm glad she's coming back. Maybe, I'll watch this season. With Kiana there, I'm in. Definitely in. Bianca's reminding y'all to hit that like button. She said it only takes 3.7 seconds. Okay. Hit the button. Hit the button. So I am interested to see whether they're going to make her a full time housewife or leave her as a friend. Personally, I want to see her as full time. And I would love for them to make a scholar a friend of the show if she's willing. Um, Bring her back in a friend capacity, and then let's see. What I do not want to see, let's talk about that. I think they're being they're starting filming next week, which means they already know who the cast is. I think they're being very quiet for some very strategic reasons. I can tell you who I don't want to see is Tacky Jackie, Mia's friend. I don't want to see her. They tried to play the audience, pretending to fight, pretending to fall out, and then this year they pretend to make up after their pretend fallout. Personally speaking, I don't want to see Jackie there. No, I don't. I really don't. I don't think that's why Wendy brought her there. Yusuf says, so you don't have to be a housewife to be on Housewife. No, ever since Kenya Moore and Candy Burris, and hell, even Kim Zolciak. No, they weren't housewives. A lot of them have never been married. Kenya Moore ain't never been nobody's wife. And I still say that. I don't believe she was married to Mark with the nose ring. Okay? I don't. I don't at all. Deborah Randall, thank you for being 72, sis. Thank you. Thank you. So, dig. I don't want to see Jackie there. I don't. And it's not okay, you're not married or whatever. I don't really care about that at this point. They made it very clear that housewives really has very little to do with being a housewife. And if you ask me, it seems as though Bravo, especially Truly Original, and Andy, I'm calling him Andy, they go out of their way to attack the women who have actual husbands. And they seem to feel miffed or slighted when those women do not allow you to attack their husbands. So let's just see what happens, y'all. I don't want to see Jackie. Right, Queen. I don't believe none of that mess that they was trying to sell us on that. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see Tacky Jackie's lying, bad acting tail on my screen. Mia is enough. Junie B said RHOP dropped the ball with a scholar. She could have at least returned as a friend. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. You said I'd be a good host for the reunion, especially if Angie leaving. You know they don't let real black people on TV, honey. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. No. They don't like our energy. They don't like our energy. Like real relatable black girls. They don't allow girls like me on TV. That would be cool, but they don't allow us on TV. Mm-mm. They let Nene get through and they say they'll never let that happen again. Shaniqua Belton, thank you for being 71. Okay. Trina says, I think Stewie should be demoted to a friend. That little thing is a mess. Not only is she a mess, she was allowed to get away an entire season pretending that she was going through a divorce. An entire season. Actually, two. Pretending that there was some kind of problem and they were going through a divorce just so that man wouldn't have to film. And because she was able to get away with it, now we're seeing Portia Williams do the same thing. Pretend to be going through a divorce, and that's what she's going to bring to RHOA. And I just find it awful. Like, this is what you're subjecting your watchers to, as though we're not smart enough to really see what's going on. That's a problem for me. That's a problem. So anyway, let me grab my notebook, child, because that ain't all. So let's talk about Mia while we on RHOP. Let me not move to Eric Fuller yet, y'all. Mm-mm. I will not. I will not move on to Eric Fuller yet. Absolutely not. We going to Mia Thornton first, Sandy. We are going to Mia Thornton first. Where is that? Mm-hmm. Allow me to share the screen. Allow me to share the screen. Get down on it. So, yeah. Mia Thornton is officially going public with this little bitty dude. Mia Thornton is officially going public with this little bitty dude. Now, the question is, are we going to be subjected to seeing this character on RHOP next season? Okay? And he's indeed a little bitty fellow. He's a little bitty fella. But she's gone public, honey. She's not hiding anything. She's out, with her PDAs. She's hugging, kissing, canoodling. Jen Bunny say, dang, she's a large woman. Hence the large Hispanic gentleman. Mm-hmm. Yes. Right. DS, he got a big sounding nickname. And I will say this: I see why ink is abbreviated. He didn't want to put incorporated because it's just abbreviated. He seems very brief. He seems very brief. Very, very brief. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else that I find very strange. Very, very strange about this man. Okay. What I find to be very strange about this man is that we can't find nothing on him. Niecy Rose say full stop. No, DSA look like his name should be plugged. Yes, Niecy Rose. He's very brief. He's very brief. But there's nothing on this guy. So she's trying to make it out to be like, oh, he's a radio personality. He clearly is just a DJ. My bad. It's supposed to be short for incognito. Well, it's definitely short for something. Absolutely short for something. Now, I was nice this time, y'all. I chose a picture that would just show Debbie says he 4'1". Girl, I don't know. But I chose a nice picture because there was another picture of Mia Thornton with this gentleman. And it absolutely was displaying the fact that Mia does indeed bleach. She has knuckles. And when I say she has knuckles, what I mean is the bleach did not work on the knuckles. It worked everywhere but the knuckles. And I mean it worked everywhere but the knuckles. And I ain't kidding. So I didn't show that picture, but if y'all should so happen, and I'm not telling you to, but if you should so happen to head over to, let's just say, the neighborhood talk, and you just so happen to, get that picture, you know what I'm saying? You go grab that picture and you were where she's hugging him and his back is turned, you would indeed see that Mia Thornton has knuckles, honey. So you can see her real skin color on her knuckles. And see, everybody, matter of fact, I am going to do it. I'm going to do it just cuz, right? Just cuz. Because everybody wants to make a big deal about Wendy's mother, which, if I'm being real, I don't know if that lady bleached or she didn't. It's truly not my business. But one thing I am going to tell you is that while we don't know whether Wendy's mama did, because I ain't seen her knuckles, but I will tell you that Mia Thornton absolutely did, because I'm looking at her knuckles, honey. And you got to be looking at them too. Mm-hmm. You about to be looking at them too. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen real quick, and then I'm gonna pull it back up because I need y'all to see this. I need y'all to see this. Yes, honey, knuckles. Knuckles. Garcia say, because she drag them on the ground. No, girl. These kind of knuckles only show up when you've been bleaching. They only show up when you've been bleaching. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Stuff like this is funny to me. It's funny. Because people like to pick with old women. But then when we point out the fact that these people are indeed colorists to their own detriment, because there's nothing safe about using hydroquinone to bleach your skin. That clearly shows that you don't mind hurting yourself. That's what it says to me. But we're not talking about that. And I would love to know, why is the fact that Mia Thornton has bleached herself all to hell? Why is that not a topic of conversation? Y'all don't think that's odd? Because I do. Y'all don't think so? Like, really? Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. And if I have any daughters, y'all know I don't mind pulling up her old picture that shows her actual skin color. Because that's not a matter of, oh, my skin fades in the winter. No, this ain't fading in the winter, honey. This ain't fading in the winter. Jojo Aya, thank you for being number 77. You and IMC Brown. What's up, sis? I'm that girl. That's my sis. Thank you for being 77. I had three of y'all bang the button at the same time. Happy Friday. Okay. So look. Let's go ahead and we're gonna pull this picture. That's what we finna do. Cause I wasn't gonna do it, and I'm like, nah, we gonna do it. Let me go and share the screen right now. Hey, Malaya Lachelle, thank you for being number 80, sis. Thank you, thank you. So let me share the screen. See, Brown said I take 79 since it's three of us hit it at the same time. I love it. Lord, I am God's anointed daughter say even the birds agree. So y'all see these knuckles? Y'all see that? Y'all see them? This is a result of bleaching your skin. This is a result of the bleaching. Because for whatever reason, when they start their bleaching, them knuckles don't be wanting to change colors. Mia Thornton got knuckles, baby. Mia's got knuckles. Now I don't know whether she gonna try to get the little, injectables, the IV treatment, or take the pill to see if she can fix it. Look like she been working on it, but Mia got knuckles. Mia got knuckles. So I'm trying to figure out for all the people who made it their business to try to defend colorism by attacking Wendy Osefo's mother, okay? And saying that calling that old woman all kind of names and saying that old lady was bleaching. Why we not talking about the fact that Mia Thornton scraped what little bit of black she got from her mama off, and now she got the knuckles. Nisi, you say, "Oh, I see the knuckles." You see the knuckles? Have you seen it? Oh, sick and all. Sick and all. That tickled me. It probably shouldn't have the way it did, but sick and all, that tickled me. Okay? You say hands and arms are two tones. But when they get the bleaching, baby, them knuckles, for whatever reason, the knuckles never go. The knuckles never go. And so I was just like, I just was wanting to know, why was that not a topic of conversation? Why did they try to make the bleaching conversation about Wendy's mama, but we letting Mia Thornton off the hook? I guess Mia say, look, I need some privilege and I'll bleach to get it. Yolanda Franklin say, yes, it's odd because folks hate on the melanated women. Thank you. That may be why Mia Thornton decided not to be one. She said, look, Y'all don't like black girls. Let me scrub this little black I got off. Hey, it's me, Lisa Lee. Girl, where you been? You ain't know she bleached. Girl, you ain't. Wait, just wait. I'm that girl say, I see the knuckles. Check her elbow and ankle bone is what. Okay, I'm that girl. I said, ooh, no, you didn't. Say, well, keep your fist ball up if you bleach it. And then what a shame. Not keep your fist balled up. I'm through. Hey, Ray all day. Thank you for being number 82. Now, y'all know we did pull her old pictures up before because we had to get into what was going on. We did. We didn't have a choice. We had to get into it because of what was happening with oh, y'all, these sinuses and allergies are so bad. My eyes are itching. I'm sneezing, wanting to cough, all type of foolishness. I need help. Okay. I'm gonna go and grab this picture because we had covered before what she used to look like. Okay. Before her lips started hanging off her face and all that weirdness she got going on now, that girl was a whole different color. Let me go on back and get it because y'all know I don't mind. I don't mind. We here to gossip. I ain't got nothing better to do. We ain't got nothing better to do, baby. Nothing at all. And I do mean nothing. Let me go and grab this gal picture and shoot it to y'all. It's just a darn shame that the conversation is about an old lady that's not on the show. And I'm not saying old lady in no derogatory way. I love our elders, all of them. That's a blessing. Old is not a diss. Old is real. Old is a win. That's a W. That's in the win column all day. Hey, Cecilia Norwood. How you doing? I hope you are too. Hey, Belize and JB. Thank you for being number 86. Say who looking like the Vitiligo remix girl? That ain't no Vitiligo. That's the Ruckus special. That's that Ruckus baby. Hey, Poetic Lyrics. Thank you for being 89. Yes, old is a win and a blessing. Listen, everybody don't make it to old. Everybody does not make it to old. So if you make it to old, honey, that is a whole win. That is a win. So that's never a diss coming from me. But don't go calling me old now. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do it. Uh-uh. I may know I'm old, but don't you say it. Hold on. Hey, Nina Ross. Thank you for being 90. Yes, Ray, that's a Rucker special. Thank you for being 84, Cecilia. How you been doing? Let me go and pull it up, child. Y'all, my sinuses are horrendous. I do not understand why they are so bad. Oh, God help me. Can somebody tell me how to stop Scam Likely from calling my phone? Do anybody know how to stop those? If anybody can tell me how to stop Scam Likely, I would be so grateful. All right. Let's go ahead and share the screen. Hey, Lel. So this is the original tone and face. I think she might have had touched it by here, but she still had some of her color left. Some of the color was still there. It was still there by then. This was from the Say Yes to the Dress episode when she was getting ready to marry Uncle G. It's Tish. Thank you for being like number 91. Cecilia, your allergies getting you too, girl. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. This is the original face. And then Legina the Jackson, thank you for being 93. LaPree said that looked like a different person, but that is her. And then now we got, look at the elbow and we got knuckles. Now we got knuckles and elbow situation. We got this going on. And we got this happening because she started here. She started here and ended up her. But we're not discussing her bleaching. We're not discussing her bleaching. That's been left completely off the show. No, G darling, but you can. I'm not taking my time to create no side by side. I will not. It's too hard for me to even understand that stuff. No, honey. She started here and ended up bleaching, and the only color left is on her knuckles and elbows. And yet, people expect us to hold a conversation about Wendy's mama, who is not even a cast member, but we're not discussing the fact that Mia Thornton bleached her whole life away. That's what we're not discussing. La Chanel, hey, beautiful. Yeah, Cali Dream, ain't that something? Ain't that something, girl? Mm-hmm. Miriam St. Fleur, thank you for being number 94, sis. Okay. I'm that girl say you can see her original complexion in the photo she has with Jacqueline when they was 15. Okay. Michael Jackson, honey, living off the wall. She was living off the wall. Unique Mystery, thank you for being like number 96. Thank you, thank you. So, yeah, like I said, it's real interesting how selective people get. See, sometimes I feel like when people are so busy trying to defend certain behavior, trying to pretend behavior don't exist, they end up exposing themselves. Wendy calls out the behavior, colorist behavior, and pointing out the fact that, hey, number one, y'all don't have the range to have this conversation, so let's just not have it. And you get people online, and it still amazes me that there are people willing to behave to defend that behavior, right? And they get online and they're like, oh, why she talking about colorism, but why we not talking about her mama bleaching? Her mother's not a cast member. But y'all got an entire cast member that literally pledged Team Yellow. She pledged Team Yellow so hard, her hazing was literal. Miss Thing doused herself in hydroquinone and left knuckles. And I'm saying you use hydroquinone because what else the hell did you use that left knuckles? These girls is getting the IV treatment to bleach. They don't have knuckles. The girls that's taking the pills don't have knuckles. Them girls that bathed up and then that nasty stuff that have them smelling funny, which that blew my mind the first time I heard it. Right, DV, they shouldn't be mentioning that old lady. She ain't no cast member. What are y'all doing? Poetic Lyrics say the large Hispanic gentleman is a whole Casper. Oh, talking about somebody's mama. Yes. Just simply say, I'm glad Kiana got a contract. Me too, boo. Me too. Say, oh, I just went and the individual said he's a light-skinned man. Go fix. Oh, who said it? LaPree say it's amazing to how black women want to look like cartoon characters when they are the blueprint for the clear women. I mean, I'm just saying, like, when it comes down to it, this is what it comes down to. She realized that there is a bias, there is privilege to be had, and she wanted it enough to scrub the little bit of black she had off. That's all I'm saying. And if we're going to talk about somebody bleaching, That's who we need to be discussing. The person who is on the cast, the person who has evidence of bleaching. Hydroquinone, honey. Kara White or black and white, fair and white, whichever one she used. The active ingredient in bleaching creams is hydroquinone. Google is your friend. Google is your friend. Uh-huh. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The act of doing that at all is an acknowledgement that you know there is a bias, you know there is privilege to be had, and you want to be able to be a part of that, and that is why you do it. But shout out to her for going, public with her side piece. In the words of Pokey, she left home to be with her side piece. Go ahead, Mia Thornton, kicking it with your side piece. Get your pokey on, girl. Get your pokey on. Okay? We can't join you, but go on, girl. Go on, girl. That's all I'm gonna say. So now, wait, real quick, let me mute and blow my nose because my nose is acting up. Yes, girl. She say, poetic lyrics say, oh me, oh my. Oh yes. She left home to be with her side piece. Yes, she did. So hold on. Let me mute because I gotta blow my nose and I'm gonna be back. Okay. Yes, girl. Street. The word on the street is that Keiarna got a contract and we'll be back in season 9. I just don't know if it's full time or as a friend. Ray say if she gonna bleach it, she needs to bleach it all. Dang, darn it, baby, it don't work on the knuckles. That's how we be knowing they bleach because they got knuckles. They got knuckles. Hey, Miss Dogan, to you. Thank you for being like number 99. So listen, y'all. Listen. Now we touched on this yesterday when we covered that whole interview with Amanda Seals and Shannon Sharp. We did the fact that Miss Thing, told that man that she had been diagnosed with the autism. Then went back live and said it wasn't so. So let me, it's audio time. Make sure your volume is up. Because y'all know Nitra love the audio, baby. Neat love the audio. And this ain't no exception. This ain't no exception, honey. Y'all cousin Amanda is out of control. I don't know what y'all gonna do with y'all cousin. Okay? Right, Miss Dogan? That's what I said. Kiana make it worth watching, in my opinion. Because I feel like she can hold her own and she ain't going for no mess. Okay? So I'm gonna turn the sound up. Y'all turn your sound up. Time for the audio.
So let me ask you this. How old were you when you got diagnosed, and did you always feel that you was different and you felt something was wrong?
Well, what's today?
Today is Thursday, the 18th.
So 42 and however many days until I was just recently diagnosed.
Okay.
And this came out of this situation because so many Black women who are autistic said to me, I see you. You need to, and I've always thought, you can look at other interviews. I have mentioned before, like, I think I'm on the spectrum because I'm an 80s baby. This was not really a part of
I don't care about the rest of that because that's some bull crap anyway. But you heard her say that man directly asked her, how old were you when you were diagnosed? She said that it was recently and blase squaze. So she's saying she was diagnosed and during this interview. But I want y'all to listen to what she said the next day, okay, which was yesterday, okay? For those of y'all who is not from Central Florida or what I lovingly call ignorant Florida, where she claims to be from, but she's from the tourist area. That word is yesterday, okay? But for us, it's yesterday, okay? So come on.
And he was asking, no, I have not been clinically diagnosed by a doctor because I'm not paying $10,000 to do that. And most people will tell you that at this age, you don't need a clinical diagnosis.
She said she was diagnosed. That man asked you, was you diagnosed? You said he said, when were you? How early were you diagnosed? She said just recently. Then she turned around yesterday and said she was not diagnosed. Well, we would like this to be over. Yes, just simply, she just lied backwards and forwards. Yes, poetic lyrics, here we go again. I'm so sorry, y'all. Hit the like button, please. Okay, Belicious. Thank you for hitting 99, and thank you for being number 99, and thank you for my recipe because I got it. Okay. Hey Mac. Thank you for being 139. Apparently she just told herself she was, and that's what she went with. Hey, cool gamer, always cool with your cool self. Girl, I can't either, but that's what she said. That's what she said. I can't, I like to let people words speak for them. I don't want to put nothing on her, but these are what her words said. Malaya says she might have a personality disorder. You think that's what it is? Mm. Mm. It could be that. So this is what she posted today. This situation has progressed. The situation has progressed. And Amanda says, um, I agree with just simply and Junie be in the chat. So this is what she said this morning. This morning she said, she like quoted Shannon from the interview, and she said, but have you been clinically diagnosed? Me, yes, there's a clinical diagnosis for autism. He then hung his head and exhaled in frustration because I didn't answer his question. That is called deflection. Why? Because I was not going to be pressured by this man who was interrogating me with absolutely zero love for me into proving something to him that that'll by his line of questioning that ill by his line of questioning, I don't know what that means. He had already committed to undermining. No, yeah, she said he had already committed to undermining. I don't even understand what she's trying to say. I understand my response may be confusing to some, but I am clarifying it as I did in my live, and that is enough. So, not sure what she's trying to get at. Hey, Denise Frazier. So I hate Shannon had her on his show. He's receiving so much backlash. Well, he got backlash for agreeing to have her on the show, and that's what we're going to talk about next. I would say she probably does too. I would say that too. Um, and I don't know why she would have to pay $10K to be diagnosed. I don't know. Belicious says she's referring to Shannon. Yes, but she asked to be a guest on his show and then said he was interrogating her. He didn't have no love for her. Yet she asked him to give her a hug. This man said nothing unpleasant about her in the least. So I'm going to let y'all hear what he had to say about the interview as well. And then we're going to talk about something else as to part of the backlash that Shannon is getting. Denise says people need to go back and watch School Days. Very insightful. Spike Lee got it right. Well, we now if they don't want to watch School Days, they can just watch RHOP. It's playing out. Malaya says I'm ready for her to back in the hole. I guess go back to the hole she crawled out of. I see why she's labeled the way she is. I think a lot of people are seeing some things. Just simply say paying $10K to be clinically diagnosed sound like she doesn't have good insurance plan. I know folks has been able to receive evaluations through their insurance. Yeah, I think she probably could too. She was sitting in that interview in Emilio Pucci. You can afford to go to the doctor, ma'am. I'm gonna just say that. If you can sit around in Emilio Pucci, you can go to the doctor. Right. Not just why go on the show, why ask to be on a show to be interviewed and then say the interviewer is interrogating you. You literally went there to be asked questions. Like to interrogate is to what I want to use the proper the proper definition: to question closely, aggressively, or formally. So you literally went there for the interrogation. You asked to be there for the interrogation. So I don't know. Bima, thank you for being 107. Yes. So it's just strange. The whole thing is strange. I'm gonna let y'all hear what Shannon Sharp had to say about her, and I will encourage you. Yeah, she's trying to play word games when basically, baby, you just lied. You literally lied. That man asked you how old were you when you were diagnosed, and you gave him a time frame as though it had happened. Okay, but I'm gonna let y'all hear what he had to say about the interview, and then I want y'all to kind of I want to urge you and encourage you to pay attention to the difference in how she speaks about him in her written piece and how he speaks about her. Okay.
Seals.
I missed it. I keep seeing all the tweets, and all the tweets are the same. I can't believe I agree with Amanda Seals. So does everyone not like Amanda Seals or something? I don't know the backstory, but for some reason, whatever she said, it must have been good because everybody agrees with her. Whatever.
She was. Hollywood, especially Black Hollywood, is kind of shunned her, and everybody is kind of shaped through their childhood and their personal experience. So you see things, you see your life through your prism, your lens.
Right.
And so she's had some things happen in her life that kind of makes her ultra defensive. She's a highly intelligent woman, very intelligent, very well read. But I think sometimes, she thinks everybody's out to get her. And so until she's comfortable with you, she's going to keep that guard up. She's going to keep the guard up. Because I asked her for a hug earlier. She's like, nah, I don't hug. I asked her, I said, give me some doubt. She didn't want to give me no doubt. But once I told her, I said, Amanda, this is a safe space. You can tell your story.
Right.
She saw it back, she paused. She's like, can I have a hug? And then she was cool. I think a lot of things that, and people like, I was trying to invalidate her experience. No, I wasn't. It's the same thing I told Monique when Monique said, I was trying to get this role and Oprah told me to go blah, blah, blah for, right? And she ended up getting the role. I said, well, Monique, did you ever think that they were looking for a Black heavyset woman and you two were probably the only two in Hollywood? And she said, oh, okay. That makes sense. Right. And so when she said the white lady had her teacher, I said, Amanda, did it ever cross your mind that, I don't know where you're from, but where I grew up, Ocho, kids never corrected a parent or an adult.
Corrected?
Yes. And that's what I said. I said, Amanda, did you think maybe because you were a child, even though you were right, the mere fact that a child corrected an adult. Now, maybe in today's time, that's fine. Maybe we're in some place you grew up. But I don't ever remember being in a situation, a child couldn't even interrupt an adult conversation. You couldn't pull on your parents or your grandparents' leg and say, hey. I'm like, huh? No. So that's what I was saying. I said, maybe, Amanda, it wasn't racism. Maybe it was the fact that a child was correcting an adult. But that was her experience. That's what, and like I said, I mean, that's how she felt about it. But I enjoyed the interview. I enjoyed talking to people. Yeah, I mean, everybody. And I do my research, but I try to go in with as clean a slate as I possibly can because I don't want what someone else has said about her to influence what I think of her.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to come up, I'm going to ask the questions, and then at the end of the day, hopefully when she sees it, she'll be pleased with the finished product. But I ain't got no problem with Amanda Seals. She was great. She's very funny. She has, and I do believe some of the people have done her wrong. And I think a lot of, because that's what you deal with. We all go.
So now, y'all hear the difference in how he spoke about her and how she spoke about him. According to her, he ain't had no love for her, and he was interrogating her, even though it was an interview. But Andrew Mack, that's not accurate. That's not accurate. Somebody asking you, are you sure that that's what it was, is not pushing back. That's literally asking a question. And what you don't do is bring information that you don't want discussed, especially when you're going on a platform where the interview style is conversational. So she didn't have to bring it, and then it would have never been a topic of conversation. There was no way to have that conversation honestly without asking the question. That was a fair question. And when it came to the children that she claimed were being racist toward her, if you recall, don't make me play the audio because you know I will. He did not push back. Amanda Seals asked him. And not only did she ask him, she started off by jabbing. You're probably going to have a problem with this, but I think they were racist because they did. And then lean back because she was inviting him to say something. Like, tell me how this could have not been what it was. Hey, she was looking for a moment. She was looking for a way to be a victim, and that some black man was trying to invalidate her feelings. And this dude got a lot, and I mean a lot of backlash after that interview that he agreed to do because she asked to be there. He also got backlash before the interview even happened. Why, you might ask? Because of a gentleman by the name of Myron Rolle. Put a one in the chat if you remember hearing that name, Myron Rolle. Yeah. I'll even type it in the chat and put it on the screen so you can see the spelling. Maybe that'll, jog a bell or two. Hey, Patricia Joaquin. Oh, you up in Panama City? All right. So let me go and put that here. Max said he don't remember Myron Rolle. Put a one if you remember, put a two if you don't. Right, Monique C. Monique say, in her opinion, she ran the interview. He didn't lead her anywhere in the convo. Under the blood. That's right, honey. Myron Rolle is the name. So y'all don't remember, I got a bunch of twos. I got a bunch of twos. Well, let TT help y'all out as to why this man got backlash for even agreeing to have her on his show. She wanted to be there, and everything said, don't you have that heifer on your show? People were already dragging him for allowing her on her show because of what took place with Myron Rolle. Well, let me go ahead because we got to go way back down memory lane because it appears that some people have indeed forgotten what took place between Amanda Seals and Myron Rolle. Oh, yes. So let me tell you who he is first. Because, see, that's only fair. I'm going to tell you who he is first. And then after I tell you who he is, then we're going to talk about what she said. So Myron Rolle, good old Myron, Lord. Myron. Well, Myron is actually an ex-NFL player who went back to school and became a Harvard neurosurgeon. Yeah. Rhodes Scholar coming up out of FSU. Go Noles. You'll probably never hear me say that again because I'm a Gator fan. I'm from the swamp. Black boy, black young man. Promising. I mean, he's somebody special. Yes, Bianca, back down memory lane. That's where we're going. So this young man who was lauded and applauded for leaving the NFL, going back to school, like I said, a Rhodes Scholar at Florida State University in Tallahassee, Florida. He's an old Seminole, garnered in gold, to go to Harvard and to be a neurosurgeon, Harvard neurosurgeon. creme de la creme, Odogu, top notch. She accused this man of sexual harassment. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Because y'all know I like to let people's words speak for themselves. I don't like to talk for nobody. I know I don't like people talking for me. So I'm going to let you hear what Miss Amanda said about Myron. And then I'm going to tell you what happened after she said what she said about Myron.
Yourself out there. But I feel as a woman who makes it my business to be a warrior for the truth, that it needs to be said.
Warrior for the truth.
I, on my podcast and on the Breakfast Club, spoke about an individual who had approached me on the internet, who we spoke on the phone, and that they said some troubling things in the conversation that made me take a step back, and that also, with literally like no investigation, it was brought to my attention that he had sexually harassed a woman by opening the door when she came to meet him for a date, butt naked, and then telling her that she was the one who was overreacting, et cetera, et cetera. I heard that one story and was just like, whoa, that's crazy. When I spoke about him on my podcast and on the Breakfast Club, I didn't say his name. I literally just said a couple like characteristics about him, and it has been shocking and incredibly discomforting to me how many women,
no, he didn't ask,
as of tonight, that have come forward to say his name. They knew exactly who he was, to say his name, and that he had been incredibly problematic and behaved in a very sexual, predatorial way with them that some have said could have gotten him fired. So I say all that to say, if you are approached by Myron Rolle, you should just be mindful. I don't have empirical proof, but I've had enough women come forward saying that he was incredibly inappropriate with them, that I feel it would be inappropriate of me to not put the word out there that there is a man that is not being okay with women.
So that's what she said. That's what she said. You heard it from her own mouth, her own two lips. I'm not lying on her. I'm not making up stories. This is what the lady said. Hey, Charm CC. So dig this. After she did that, now, matter of fact, let's not even go to after. Mba. First of all, she said when she was on the Breakfast Club, she didn't say a name, but people just started approaching her about this man with no investigation. They said, baby, you ain't say a name. How would they know to just start approaching you about this man? It never sounded true to me. It never sounded true to me. It didn't. I'm sorry, but it didn't. Mm-mm. No. She then goes on at some point. She said to clarify. Now, this happened back in February of 2019. February 2019. According to, and this is after she claimed that this is what happened. Okay. According to the Miami Herald, which I think we can all agree is a reputable news source. This is not like the Onion or one of the just internet sources. This is what was said. As she then called herself clarifying, she always makes these allegations, and then she comes back to clarify. Whew. Now, Seals, I'm reading from the Miami Herald. This is from March 1st of 2019. So after she told that story, the Miami Herald, along with many other publications, I'm sure, the Miami Herald reports, and this is an excerpt from their article. Now Seals, who stars on HBO show Insecure, has clarified her remarks in an Instagram video this week. These are her words. I never accused Myron Rolle of sexually harassing me or sending me inappropriate DMs. Seals said in the video. What I did say was that via DM, several women approached me accusing him of sexually harassing them. Following Seals' original post about Rolle, where she detailed an anonymous woman accusation of sexual harassment, Rolle released a statement defending himself. Okay? The man had to defend himself because she claimed that he said some things he shouldn't have said to her, and then other people approached her. That's what she initially said. We heard her. Now she's saying, not now, but afterwards, March 1st, it's reported in the Miami Herald that she was clarifying, oh no, I never said that. So Myron Rolle was forced to try to defend himself rather than continuing to just be Stellar, to be Neo in the Matrix. You know, we don't get very many Myron Rolles in the world. We don't. I'm being real. Like, I'm not trying to diss black men, but we don't get a lot of Myron Rolles. We don't. Like, let's be honest. We don't. We do not. Okay? But he couldn't just continue being stellar and being a neurosurgeon and saving lives and just being a superstar and a superhero and all those super things. No. He had to take time out of his real life and his real schedule to respond to what this lady said about him. And I was wondering at the time, why would she just randomly pick this young man to tell such a story? Why would she do that? I was so confused. Needs to say, I wonder if her and Giselle are long lost cousins the way they lie and then clarify. Girl, I'm starting to see the resemblance. Poetic lyrics say, how convenient that we can clarify assault accusation. Yes. Yes, now. Say she wraps lies up in semantics. She tries to, and she's not that great at it. So this is what Myron had to say. He said, I understand that in today's world, the responsibility falls on the accused to prove themselves innocent, as opposed to one's alleged accuser having to prove their claims before going public. Unfortunately, I have found myself victim to these very circumstances. A blogger / online personality whom I have never met in person and have only interacted with once via phone, recently claimed that I verbally harassed her during a phone call exchange. She furthered these claims by stating that anonymous sources have come forward and added their accounts to her narrative. Let me make myself perfectly clear. These accusations are absolutely false and should be characterized as exactly what they are: acts of bullying, intimidation, and retaliation. I have been raised to respect women and to also keep my personal affairs private. That is the respectful thing to do. However, I will not sit idly by and allow someone to engage in intentional character assassination simply because I did not return their advances or wish to engage in a relationship as they may have wanted. Accusations. Hey, Tutu, thank you for being 117. Accusations of sexual harassment should be taken seriously, but the same should be said for false accusations against someone and the impact those accusations can have in today's digital world. I thank you all for your support and for allowing me the opportunity to stand up for myself and against any accusations or bullying, intimidation, and retaliation. Let me tell you something. This is not. I bring this as evidence because it relates. Number one, it relates because Shannon got backlash for having her on his show because of this. A lot of people did not forget about what she did to Myron Rolle. A lot of people didn't appreciate what she did to Myron Rolle. For that reason, some people still don't like her. Okay. Not to mention, even with Shannon getting backlash for allowing her onto his podcast, onto his platform, after she requested to be there, knowing he was going to get backlash for even having this lady there, he still allowed her there. He He still appeared to be very empathetic. And I feel ridiculous because I hate to defend the likes of Shannon Sharp because he's not my kind of people. But even after he had her there, appeared to be empathetic, tried to pivot and make the conversation positive and productive in multiple instances that I witnessed in that 3 hour long nails on the chalkboard session yesterday, because that's when I combed through it. She still managed to tell a lie, come back and clarify. And then when she got backlash because the public wasn't feeling the lie about having autism, now she's blaming Shannon Sharp because she said that he was interrogating her and he didn't have no love for her. I just don't know what to do with Amanda at this point. Max said the light-skinned woman dared, got rejected, and then made accusations. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Poetic Lyrics say you better stand up for yourself, sir. He definitely did that. Oh yes, sis. I had to go back down memory lane because see, Amanda conveniently forgets that these types of actions could possibly be. I'm not saying that's the only reason because there have been other complaints, but that could possibly be one of the reasons why people you know what I mean, may not want to interact. Diva 2, thank you for being 120. Yeah, like dang. I'm with you, Ray Ray. Dang, girl. Tia Bala, thank you for being 121. Possibly so. Something is definitely not okay. And I try to avoid certain topics as best I can because I'm gonna just deal with. Let me not be coy. Let me not be coy because that's just not my style. Let me be straight up and direct. I do my best to avoid topics where Black women have engaged in certain behaviors because there's no way for me to discuss it without calling out what you're doing. And when I have to call it out and it falls into certain negative stereotypes that already exist for Black women, it makes me uncomfortable. And I don't ever want to be seen as somebody who is feeding into or agreeing with people who have negative or nasty agendas against Black women. Okay? That's one. Which is why I tried to avoid this interview altogether. I wanted nothing to do with it. And I was literally bombarded and then insulted and verbally assaulted by weirdos who bought into her own special brand of manipulation and narcissism online. So then at that point, I felt put upon to sit through 3 hours of nails on a chalkboard, Chinese water torture, to get through this interview, to take notes, to break down exactly what was said. And I listened with the intent to, just be biased, unbiased, and like literally, let me hear where you're coming from, girl. Because sometimes when you let people talk, you can get a better understanding of that person and be like, okay, girl, I see you. I see you. But that ain't what we got. That lady came in there with a chip on her shoulder, argumentative, combative, and abrasive. And it was horrible to watch because I knew once I committed to do that review that I was going to have to actually say those words. And I loathe to use those words in description of anybody that I would consider to be a sister. I don't ever want to say that. Mark Quinn said Amanda's a forever victim. Yes, child, a section harassment. Yes. I like the way you put that. Yes, she's now a victim. She is a victim. And it is because, the public turned on her. She manipulated the situation so she could say that Shannon was trying to he's trying to invalidate the racism that hey, Laurie Hunt, welcome. He's trying to invalidate the racism that I experienced. And that wasn't what happened. Those of us who watch critically could see that's not what happened at all. But she was able to, the people who kind of grazed the surface, they could take it and run with it. And because Shannon Sharp has said and done some problematic things in the past, it was easy to believe. until I watched for myself, I was willing to believe that that probably happened. And I literally avoided that interview not to help Shannon Sharp. I avoided that interview to try and save Amanda Seals because I know me. If I watch you critically and I clock bull, I'm calling bull. If I see a lie, I'm calling it out. So I simply said in my mind, okay, she asked for an interview with Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp did some stuff that, showed him to be a raccoonish American. I said, okay, fine, well and good. It happens. This is who he is at times, moving right along. I didn't want to get into it. But the fact that we were just being bombarded with Amanda Seals, Amanda Seals, Amanda Seals, and then the ignorant people online who were only capable of grazing the surface, decided to verbally assault yours truly. Now we got to pick her apart. Now I'm put upon. So now we putting it upon her. Monique say bloop in my Nene Leaks voice. Tell them, sis, hey, like, we just got to do it. Thank you for being 125, sis. We got to do it. I'm not in the habit of playing with folks. Poetic Lyrics say she accused Shannon of being what she was, combative. Precisely. Not to mention, absolutely. But if we're going to be honest, and I'm going to be, a lot of our Caribbean population in Florida, not all, again, shout out to my Zoes, okay? Shout out to the Haitian population in Florida. They have always been fam. They be fam for real. But a lot of our Caribbean family that is in Florida are extremely white coded. And I'm not surprised. Finding out that her mama was from Grenada didn't shock me one bit. And that's not a diss. That's just being real. Hearing what part of town she lived in, do I believe that she experienced all this stuff that she claimed that she experienced? Absolutely not, ma'am. You went to Dr. Phillips. You live in walking distance from Universal. You were in the resort part of town. You were in Touristville. You were over there with a bunch of people that are not even from the state, as we like to call them, transplants. You came from all the people in certain areas in Florida, we all know, come from somewhere else. You did not experience Florida. You didn't. Stop capping. Like I said yesterday, had you told me you went to Jones, I'd have said, oh yeah, she know everything about it. She know everything about it. Girl, you was at Dr. Phillips. Really? Okay, girl. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, girl. But then we see a pattern of behavior. The other reason I brought up the Myron Rolle situation, not just because Shannon Sharp took the backlash for even allowing her to be there after she asked to be there. But I brought it up because there is a pattern of behavior. Okay, shout out to Evan. Shout out to them folks in Pine Hills. JoJo, you from Orange County, girl? What? I ain't know you was fam. I know that's right. I love when it's Florida girls in the chat. But seriously, cut the crap. There is a pattern of behavior. You cannot, and let me borrow from Chris Bassett and them. Other people are supposed to be responsible for their words. She had the internet riled up to hold Shannon Sharp responsible for simply asking the question, could it have been anything other than? That's a fair question. Could it have been anything other than? When something is the truth, you don't mind probing questions. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all feel me on that. Do you mind a probing question when you're telling the truth? Put a 1 if you don't mind at all. Put a 2 if a probing question would throw you off when you're telling the truth. Put a 1 if a probing question is A-okay when I'm telling the truth, because I can explain, I can go deeper. But put a 2 in the chat if no. A probing question is going to throw me off. Let me know. Okay, You from Broward? I know that's right. Okay, I see the ones coming in. This is what I'm talking about. I see the ones coming in. I see them coming through. Yes, Nisi, it's the purpose of a conversation. A lot of us have experienced unpleasant things. If I tell you what I experienced in my life in Ocala, Marion County, still Central Florida, but the real Florida, not tourist Florida, baby, the real thing. If you ask me probing questions about the things that I went through, it's not going to throw me off. That actually opens the door for a deeper and more insightful question. Say, not when I'm telling my story. Nah, if I'm telling my story as anything you like, I can break it all the way down for you, baby. I know what happened, how it happened, and we can get into why I know it's what it is. Right, Marquin. Thank you. Not just correcting her adult peers, Marquin. She sat there and told that man, I'm an expert, so basically don't question me. Now, that's what the hell she did do. And I would love to know how you, Amanda, raised by your mother, who was a non-American Black woman from Grenada, this is your description, not mine. Your father, who apparently was Black American, who did not raise you, your words, not mine, can be an expert on the Black American experience because you took a class. Ooh, child. God today. See, I promise you, y'all, I'm trying to reel my mouth in because there's so many things that are fighting and struggling to escape, and I'm holding them in. I'm holding them back. I'm holding them back with the strength of 1,000 slaves. I'm holding them back. You want to hold this man accountable for his words in simply asking a probing question, doing a freaking interview, which is what you're supposed to do in interviews. But when it comes to you, in the words of Chris Bassett, you can simply clarify the lie you told, and that's supposed to be sufficient. That is interesting. That is interesting. Thank you, Lala. The truth don't make you nervous at all. The truth don't make you nervous at all. Yeah, she's an expert liar. And not even an expert at that. You're right, because she keep getting caught in it. Hey, Haitian Empress, thank you for being like number 132, sis. So, explain it, ma'am. You lied. The public didn't like it. They drug you. I didn't participate. I simply watched. I saw the people drag her for telling this lie. And once she saw that the blogs flipped against her for lying, and there were quite a few comments saying, y'all owe Shannon a whole apology. Then she came back and made that statement about, oh, I was deflecting. I didn't lie. I was deflecting. Hey, Dana Scott, thank you for being 133. But we didn't hear her deflect. We heard her answer a direct question. When Shannon asked her, how old were you when you were diagnosed? Was it diagnosed early? She said, what's today? He told her it was whatever date in the 18th. And she said, I was diagnosed recently. So you didn't deflect, baby. You didn't deflect. You didn't. You lied is what you did. And when you got caught, you look for someone to blame. You tell a lie and then you clarify. Poetic Lyric says adults would come to me as opposed to other kids and ask probing questions because they knew they get the truth from me. Exactly. Like, okay, since we're talking, right? We're talking, right? We family, we can talk. Okay. So again, I grew up in Florida, real Florida, okay? Regular Black girl. Real Black coded. Black area. My father ran a business in West Ocala. Good and Black. The first time, I'm going to share a story with you. And I'm going to encourage y'all in the chat. Not encourage, we're going to play a game. We like games, right? In the chat, I'm going to tell you this story because this is what happened to me as a little girl growing up in Ocala, Florida, Marion County. Mm? The game is for you all to ask as many probing questions as you can. That's the game we're going to play. So here goes. So it was one day I was at home, and my mother used to let us come off our street, and because we lived on a cul-de-sac, okay, lived in 2810 Northwest 17th Street, cul-de-sac, pink house, last house on the left, okay. It was right on the other side of the house was a tree line at the edge of the property, and on the other side of the tree line was the cemetery that belonged to Cunningham Funeral Home. That was the black people cemetery in town, okay. All the black folks was buried one place. And so, we was bad kids. We used to play out there, whatever. But during the day, mama watching, we couldn't go that way. I'm mentioning this because I could have cut through the graveyard and got to Blitchton Road, and I would have made it down the street to Mr. Joe's, which was another black man that owned a convenience store in our neighborhood. He had a barbecue shack and he had a convenience store. But if I had been able to cut through the graveyard, I could have got to Blitchton Road quicker, and I'd have been down there much faster. But mama was at the door and it was daylight. And if she'd have seen me, she'd have beat my tail. So I couldn't cut through the graveyard. I had to go down the street, get to the main road, which was 27th Avenue. And I could go down 27th Avenue to the very next stop sign. And that's where Mr. Joe's store was and the barbecue shack. Okay. I'm watching the chat because I want to hear probing questions. Ask all you like. I was on my bicycle that my daddy had got from my uncle Robert. Robert had some bicycles. I don't know where he got them from, but he was selling them. And daddy had done went down to Fruitland Park and got my bicycle. And so I was riding. You couldn't tell me nothing. My brother had gave me some little colorful balls. Hey, Catherine Bennett, some little colorful balls. And I had put them on my spokes. Thought I was the stuff. So I'm riding down the street. And I would ride on the edge of the road because, mind you, I'm from the country with no bike lanes. 27th Avenue is a 2-lane road. So we would ride on the edge of the road. Hey, Evie Pooh, there go Mama Peanut. So we would ride on the edge of the road, and people just knew to go around children on bicycles. Wasn't nobody gonna hit you. So I'm coming down the road. It wasn't that long of a ride, y'all. Honestly, it would be maybe a little over a quarter of a mile from the end of our street from the end of my street to the stop sign at 27 where Mr. Joe's store was. Okay, thank you for the probing question. She said, how old were you? I had to be around 9. I want to say I was around 9 because I had to be 9. Third grade, I was in Paula Fordham class. Sure was. Yes, that asked the probing questions. So right before I got to the stop sign to get to Mr. Joe's store, okay? Hey, Shannon Campbell, I heard somebody come behind me hitting the horn. Bump, 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 like over and over, really loud, like it was distracting. I almost fell off my bike. And it was some white folks, and they was in a pickup truck. Some of them was hanging out the window, and one of them was on the back of the pickup truck. And the man yelled out the window and called me a stupid N-word. Okay? And I was spooked. And I remember being afraid. Not because he said that, it was because we already had been conditioned that those people was bad. We knew them people was bad. One of them had done called me that word that we knew they would call us. And I was by myself. I didn't have my daddy or my brothers or anybody. And I was on a bicycle. And I thought I was going to get hit by a car. All of it had my adrenaline rush. Poetic lyrics say, so you rode through the graveyard when your mom went home? Yes, we would. I absolutely would, because I was bad as hell. What the man looked like, I can't remember what he looked like. The one driving looked like he was older. The one that hung out the window looked like he might have been my brother's age, like a teenager. He had a cap on his head. I remember the cap. I don't remember his face. Okay. Oh, thank you. But I'm fine, baby. I grew up in that. Ain't no thing to me. But after they left, I made it down to the store and I went in. I wanted a banana popsicle. Don't laugh at me. That was my thing. I got my banana popsicle. I got me some of the little toasted crackers. I think it's called Nicot, the toasted Nicot crackers, because that was my thing, and then my banana popsicles. Okay. Hold on. People be texting me while I'm live. Anywho, and when I got my stuff, I remember having my little bag, and the gag used to be, the thing used to be to do when you get your bag to hang it on the handlebars of your bicycle and go back. And I had done this more than a couple times, more than a few times. Like I felt like a big girl because I could go down the road to the store. And I remember when I got back on my bike, I was literally afraid to ride home. I had never been afraid to ride home. The only thing I had ever had a reason to be afraid of was the dogs. Because, back then people had their dogs out. And then if you were in a black area at all, somebody always had a dog named King or something. And it would always be a dog named King that would come bother you. The only thing I was ever afraid of was a dog. Only. And I remember being afraid to get on my bike and go home because I don't know what I thought. Like, I don't know if I thought these people were waiting on me or they was going to come back and bother me. And I knew I was by myself. I considered, instead of going down 27, to veer off and go down Blichdon and try to cut up through the graveyard and just get in trouble with mama. Like, I really went through all of that in my head. When I finally made it home, I remember telling mommy what happened. And after that, my mother was never scared of nothing. Like, that lady wasn't no punk like that. But after that, she wasn't even comfortable letting me go to the store no more. I think I may have went to the store once after that, and it was like a few years later. Well, I've been called one to my face various times. The dogs were never on no leash, girl. Never. How did I overcome it? I grew up, but I only went back to that store by myself maybe one more time after that, and it was years later. Never again during third grade, never again during middle school, none of that. And then eventually Mr. Joe closed the store. And then but I think I went down there one time before he closed it. But I was much bigger then. Hey Cloud9, thank you for being 132. Yes, I definitely needed a cell phone bad, but back in the day, baby, wasn't no cellular phone, wasn't no way to do none of that. And what's funny though, I thought about asking Mr. Kelly, Mr. Joe Kelly, that was Miss Mildred Kelly's husband that owned the store, and she went to our church, but he would come to our church, but he had went blind. Later, but he wasn't like a regular member. She was though. I started to ask her to let me use that phone to call my mama because my mama made sure we learned our phone number. But no, I don't think I did. If I did, I wouldn't have recognized them. Honestly, if I saw those people again, I probably wouldn't recognize them. They could have walked up and stepped on my foot. I wouldn't have known them. Wouldn't have. Beeman say it's a dang shame what we have to experience as children. It's true. No, he was the only person in town that I knew that had the banana popsicles. So the only time I would get them after that was when my eldest sister, Sylvia Ann, would come home because Sylvia Ann was like 17 years older than me. And so when Sylvia would come home from Atlanta, because she used to work for the IRS, Sylvia would buy me my banana popsicles down the street at the store. That was the only way I would get them. Yeah, because for whatever weird reason, I never told daddy to go get them because I know if I'd have told my daddy, he'd have got them. So I never bothered daddy. I would just always wait till Sylvia was coming home and Sylvia would get my banana popsicles. Like, that's legit what it was. Okay. So I did all that and shared that just to illustrate to you. Y'all can ask me any question you want about it. I'm not going to be like, oh, you're pushing back on my experience. No, I can tell you exactly what happened. If somebody said, are you sure, that it was that? Could it have been something else? No, because my only answer would be no, it couldn't have been really because I never met these people before. I don't know them. Could it have been that you was in the road in the way? No, I don't think so because it was a 2-lane road. There was no bicycle lane. There was no other place for me to go. I couldn't ride on the side because people had culverts, for the rain runoff. So I couldn't ride on the side. I'd have ran down in a ditch. So that couldn't have been it. If somebody had asked me, well, could the young boy have just, been acting on his own and, repeating what he heard his daddy said and maybe he didn't know better? Well, no, I wouldn't think so because he was at least a teenager. By that age, you gotta know it's wrong. Plus, your daddy was in on it because he was just bamming and blaring the horn. So that's the way I see it. You see how that works? It's not a pushback when you can answer the question. People feel like it's pushback when they can't answer the question. You didn't prepare an answer. See, when it's the truth, you don't have to prepare an answer for the truth. The truth stands alone. You can ask me anything you want about it. I can tell you how it happened, when it happened, why it happened. Period. So I said all that and shared all that to say this. That young woman, and I'm being generous, is a liar. And not only is she a liar, Monique C say this story takes me back to the book / movie A Time to Kill by John Grisham. Yeah, it could have went wrong. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's the other reason why I found it troubling that she made up that story knowing where she was living at the time. Like, girl, there was real stuff going on back in the day. Real stuff in Florida. Okay, real bull crap was going on in Florida. So why are you making up silly stories, ma'am? Why? Right, Evie is just a normal conversation. That's all it was. And she turned it into an opportunity to be a victim. You only get mad at questions when you're lying. Because you can ask me anything you want. Help yourself. The truth ain't going to change. I don't care how many ways you ask me, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I can answer them all. Unique Mystery say when people are lying, they tend to get offended when people ask questions. And you're right. And you're right. You can ask me anything that you like. Thank you, Mac. I'm glad you see where I'm coming from with this. And I feel like for those of us who actually grew up experiencing the more vile side of the state of Florida, it's kind of insulting and obvious when you hear somebody making up stories, making up tall tales. Because some of us really experience the bull crap. Poetic Lyrics say you don't even need probing questions. Unlike Amanda, you are very detailed. Yeah, I can usually, if something happened to me, I can tell you everything I remember. Now, I can't make out no, features on nobody's face because I didn't remember the features on nobody's face. But I can tell you he had on a hat. I can tell you that. I can tell you it was one of them in the back that wasn't saying nothing. I can tell you the older man that was driving was blaring and beating on the horn. And he was hanging out the window, screaming expletives and slurs at me. Haitian Empress say, I think that she addressed Shannon in that manner because, one, he is always ready to defend a white woman, and prefaced it, maybe she misspoke when the topic was colonization. Okay. No, because that ain't what he said. He was addressing the fact that back in the day, grown people would get offended if a child corrected them. They would. They would. So if the lady got offended, her ego got touched or whatever, might she have felt like this little black heifer is correcting me? She might have, but that ain't what she said. It's not harmful to ask the question because it was a valid question. Dana Cutler, thank you for being 141. I almost gave you 151. Yeah, the truth don't need no defense. Yeah, it's no excuse to lie about anything. And not only that, right, you beg to come on a dark-skinned man's platform to try and attack and defame him. Just a trifle. Ooh. Oh, y'all, that's Phil Grandbaby. Yeah, that's Phil Grandbaby. Yeah, she's a dangerous liar. I don't remember who likened her to Giselle, but it's a close resemblance. Them heifers might be cousins, honey. Do Giselle got any cousins in Grenada? Lala says she act like he had her in a dark room, shining a light in her face, interrogating. Right after you asked to come on to be interviewed. Hey, California cutie, thank you for being 144. So not only that, I want to talk about this lie. Since she won't let the lie die, let's dissect the lie she told, and not so much the content of the lie, because I'm really okay with it at this point. I mean, the lady she even went after a blog and blamed Baller Alert for posting, what she said. Like, girl, how you mad at them for the words that came out your mouth? You said this. But anyway, not the content of the lie, but just the structure. Why? More to the point, not even why, but did y'all notice how much detail she put into telling that lie about autism? She started giving side conversations and other women saying, "Oh, I see you," and all this feigned support for a fake diagnosis. Um, when he started talking to her about another incident or another instance or example that she was giving about her life, and like basically just asking, well, could you have done this, or did you think about doing that? Oh, well, you got to remember the autism, all of the detail that went into it. And when I talk about structure of this lie, when people lie and they have so much detail, so much structure to it, right? It makes me wonder, one, do you believe the lie you're telling? Are you that, or are you just that invested in the manipulation? And I think that's a fair question. Another question that I think is fair, y'all, is if you could tell that lie with that much ease and give details and be so somewhat passionate about it, add in extra people that may or may not have existed, much like she did to Myron Rolle. She told that story, fabricated imaginary people who she said corroborated her story, only to turn around and clarify that I never said he did anything to me. Hey, Renee Six. It brings into question, was anything that she alleged true? Good lies scare me. I don't know how they do it. They should scare you. They should scare you. They should frighten the hell out of you. Because that means just like they can make up a story out of thin air about anything, they could make up a story on you and have everybody believing it because they got details, they got imaginary people to back up their story. And when the lies have wings, and when the truth comes out, the truth, it just sits there. Evie says, I think she's a Risa Tisa and mad her manipulation don't work wide scale. Well, Risa Tisa was better at telling stories than her. Max says, I still don't get her issue with Issa Rae. I don't either. Okay. Issa would have to come talk to us. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. Because had Myron not spoke up for himself, we wouldn't have had any clue why she just decided to lie on that man. We would never know. Had he not spoken up for himself and basically let it be known that she shot her shot and got rejected, we would have been like, oh, so you just a psycho. You just randomly see somebody and lie on them. No, she had a reason. It was retaliation. And Quiet Storm, hey now, you fell asleep, blame it on the baby. How is our baby doing? Yeah, lies can cause people to lose their lives completely. So Mac, look at it. Let's look at it, right? What do her story with Marsha Ambrosius and Myron Rolle have in common? Anybody in the chat? Anybody? Give it to me. Because I want to see if y'all see what I see. I don't want to feel like I'm crazy. Definitely sounds like a security blanket. Nobody in the chat can tell me what the parallel is, behind her story about Marsha Ambrosius and Myron Rolle is? Because if not, I'm gonna just tell you. Let's see. She cannot deal with people more successful. That's an idea. They both a part of her psyche. Clarify a little bit more. Clarify. Rejection. There, ding, 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 ding. We got a winner, Johnny. It is rejection. And it looks like there's some rejection that possibly went on. Whenever she can't get her way, she lies on you. Look what happened with Shannon. Now, he was interrogating her. He had no love for her. He's a bad person. He said Amanda's great. The interview was great. Everything was great. She's a great person. She's intelligent. She just has her defenses up because she feels like everybody's out to get her. She got an issue with men, but she's got an issue with women too, Cecilia. She didn't just lie on Myron. She didn't just lie on Shannon. She also lied on Marsha Ambrosius. I believe that at this point. I believe she lied on Marsha Ambrosius, and I do believe she's lying on Issa Rae. Malaya Lachelle said they both happened while she was in a state of psychosis. That could be possible, but when does she drift in and out of these states of psychosis? That's the other question. But more to the rejection theory, rejection or not getting her way, or something not going favorably for her. Let's go there, right? So she said, not me said, she said that after that tour, Marsha Ambrosius was supposed to start a group with her called Floetry and Next, I think is what she said. Don't quote me on the name of the group, but she did say they were supposed to be a group. She claimed that she set up a MySpace page and sent the friend request to Marsha Ambrosius, and Marsha did not accept her friend request. Marsha ignored the friend request. And so after that, she said that when she saw her at the Usher concert or whatever, Marsha attempted to, hug her and greet her. And she said that she curbed the hug. And she then went on to say Marsha treated her like trash. Mind you, according to your own story, you finished the tour and were willing to start a group with her. So if she treated you like trash, darling, why on earth would you ever agree to start a show with her? To start a group with her? Why would you want to start a group with somebody who treated you like trash? It doesn't make sense. It only became, she treated me like trash, I'm not going to hug you, because she did not go through with starting a group with you, because she did not accept your MySpace request. I don't know how MySpace works. I've never been on it. But whatever that happened was, then she became a bad person. Then she treated you like trash. She went on Shannon Sharp podcast. She asked to be there. That man did not seek her out. She sought him out. I want to be here. I want to be interviewed. I want a platform to display myself because I am selling a book. I think that's a great idea. When you're selling a book, an album, you're supposed to go on press runs and get exposure and promote what you're promoting. Once it did not go her way, i.e., the pretense of having autism, and the public at large was not feeling it. I saw a lot of mothers of autistic children who said that they were insulted. They found it disturbing and offensive that she would pretend to have autism, and they have a child who actually does have autism. All of a sudden, now Shannon Sharp's a terrible person. Shannon Sharp was interrogating her. He had no love for her. He was undermining her. All of these things. How? Why? Myron Rolle, come to the stand. Myron was minding his black excellent business. Being the rose in the concrete, the diamond in the rough. I mean, the prize and the pride of his mother's eyes, I'm sure. Left the NFL, became a Harvard neurosurgeon, just the top of the charts. The Negro's a Rhodes Scholar, for crying out loud. Minding his black excellent business. Amanda Seals has one phone conversation with this young man, shoots her shot. He was not interested for whatever reason. Could have been anything. He became the enemy. He was bad. He sexually harassed her. Other people came and told her that he did the same thing to them. She makes a post online talking about, protect yourselves because he does things that are not okay to women. You see the trend here? And then we get Issa Rae. What did Issa do? What didn't go your way? What happened? What happened? Something happened. I'm willing to wager if Issa ever opens her mouth and defends herself and lets us know what did not go Amanda's way, we will all be able to connect the dots as to why we're now getting this story about Issa. I don't really do Issa or Amanda, so I ain't got no dog in the fight. But something did not go her way. Issa gave her an opportunity, and so did Marsha and them. She didn't have to go on tour with them to finish out Poetry once Natalie was gone. And Marsha became a bad person once that didn't go her way. And now nobody's protecting her. While she regaled us with 3 hours of stories of people actually protecting her. Poetic Lyrics say Issa threw her a bone by writing that role for her, and Amanda's ego and jealous spirit arrived to the job before she did. Mm. Is that what that was? Wow. Ooh, LaPriest is digging deep. I ain't think of that. So that's part of her childhood because she got rejected by her dad. Oh, you know what? Maybe that could have something to do with why she has such a reaction to feeling rejected. Because it may not even be that you're being rejected. Maybe it's just that people don't want to do what you want to do, and she takes it as rejection. I don't know. Cecilia says Amanda wants to be in control of the situation or the narrative. She can't handle strong women or men. Amanda always had problems with women she worked with. She had some serious psychological issue. Possibly. Yeah, at your own risk. At your own risk. Yep. Giving her an opportunity don't mean nothing. Shannon didn't have to have her on his platform. That's why I pointed out to you all, he got backlash just for letting her come there, just for having her there. He received backlash, so he gave her an opportunity to promote her book and to show herself and showcase herself on his platform. And then he became a bad person for simply asking questions, which is kind of the point of an interview. You ask questions. Ray Ray says, I don't think Issa will come down off her chariot. I don't think she will either, but if she did, or if one of her team members were to tell us what actually went on, I'm sure we would be able to connect the dots. Sometimes when there's many variables and we're the only common denominator, there is a reason. Belicious says, I hope Issa pays her dust. I wouldn't comment on her lies. We've already figured out that Amanda Seals is a liar. Yeah. It's not to be old lady in the shoe, but it kind of makes me nervous because she still shows up in the world as a black woman, more or less, right? Because some people still don't believe her story on her lineage. I don't know. I can't call it. I can't argue it, right? But she shows up in the world as a black woman, more or less. No, she really didn't discuss her time on the reel. She just said they couldn't talk about nothing. Yes, but she still told that story on that man. But what frightens me about it is because she does show up in the world as a black woman. I don't want it to affect everybody, but I know that to a degree it will, because nobody respects black women as individuals. They treat us all as a group. In my researching and getting all the information on what she actually did to Myron, I saw so many of the red pill channels saying, see, that's why they can't get no man. That's why they can't keep no man. It wasn't, this is why Amanda. has a bad reputation. It literally lumped in all black women. I'm not comfortable with the idea that someone who shows up in the world or presents themselves as a black woman can have bad behavior or can habitually be found to tell untruths on people. I'm trying to be as politically correct as possible. Um, then it turns into all black women are dishonest. It turns into a sister actually having something happen to her or to for her to be harmed or assaulted in some way and then not to be believed because we have the Amanda Seals example. Like, oh no, that ain't true. That happened before. Remember, this girl lied and said this man did whatever, yada yada. So like that type of stuff, when we have people who include themselves in some way or another in our community who engage in certain behaviors, whether I like it or not, and I promise you I don't like it simply does. And nothing's going to change that. Yep. Yes. But that's what she did. No, I don't think she's dolazoling us because dolazol is just a pure lily white woman. That's what she is. Hey, U.S. Army brat. That's right, girl. Hit the like button. She said that her mother is a black woman from Grenada, who she says is lighter complected because a great grandparent was a victim of assault. Okay. So according to that, that would not make her dolazoling us. That would just make her a lighter complected black person. Now, as for the father, I don't know. I've seen pictures of the mother, so that would make sense. But as for the father, I really don't know. So I can only say this is what she said. And I have to accept you what you said at your word because I don't know your people. So that may be true. She claimed the dad is light skinned because of the same type of a lineage, action that took place in his lineage. So I really don't know. I truly don't know, honestly. But when you position yourself and you um, present yourself as a black woman, and then you take certain decisions and you have certain actions, then all of us are held responsible to a degree socially. We all get maligned and accused of this behavior because some women who are considered black take these actions. And I think, while I think it's unfair, we cannot ignore the fact that it's simply the truth. Well, she claims she's sitting on the couch. I don't know if it's helping. I don't know if she's telling the therapist the truth. Yeah, she could be lying about that too. She could be LaPriest. You know what I mean? My mama say once people start lying, you don't know how to believe them. So that's what she said. I don't know. I simply don't know. Could be, could be. Maybe her and Mia Thornton is related. Catherine says I've seen her channel. Both parents are light. Okay, so but again, I don't know about their parentage or whatever. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like even if I see the man, I don't know. I know what she said. And I know if she said it, then to a certain degree, I have to have a little bit of confidence that maybe that's true. Possibly. Y'all give me a second. Okay, y'all. What you say? Okay, let me try to catch up. That was Papa, y'all. I have to take the call. That's my boss man now. Have to. Okay, girl. All right, Beamer. Thank you for yesterday. Max say I have an absolutely dumb question, but I believe I can ask it because this is a safe space. Yes, it is, and yes, you can. Please ask it. I want to hear all of it. Oh, Jesus. Yep, if you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, you kill. That's true. That's what my mama said, Belicious. Say that's what a lot of black passing women do, and Amanda knows that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Say she knows she looks mixed to us. She loves being asked what you mix with and the texturism. Uh-huh. I'm just letting y'all come on with it. Y'all tough in this chat, Lord. Say she conveniently leaves out info that could count against her, and we're supposed to be brainless enough to believe all these one-sided situations. Yeah, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Every story, it's always you. I was just standing here and they attacked me. Oh, Lordy. Lordy, Lordy. Marquin says Amanda's mom looks white, just like Robin D's mom looks white. Ooh, Lordy, Lordy. I not touching. I not touching it. Nope. RHOP needed Amanda to break down colorism to them. She clearly understands it, and Robin Jizz might have been receptive. Just a thought. Girl. Delicious, did you just make a funny? Did you make a funny? Not when you lie, you get lie bumps. I remember the lie bumps. Wait. Girl, tough crowd, Quiet Storm. It's giving Sean King. Say them being receptive because of the mixed person is explaining. Because a mixed person is explaining it is very telling and would not help them with the public. Listen, y'all know how to make me laugh, and I'm sorry, but I love it. Where is Andrew Mack? Mac said he had a question that he wanted to ask, and he ain't asked nothing. Mac, where you went? Come back, Mac. Wait, Delicious say my ex tongue should be riddled with bumps. The way he used to lie, girl, not one big bump now. Poetic lyrics say, and did she really believe that meet me outside was not a fight invitation? Child. Because I don't understand social cues. But I beat all my fights because I'm freakishly strong. Listen, them kind of lies make me so tired. I called Couture Bay yesterday evening and I had her rolling because she reminded me of somebody, but I ain't gonna say it on here. Don't care who tell it. It don't. But I think that lie may have, some people that are frequent flyers and maybe preferred members. I don't know. But listen, you guys, I done been in here 2 hours and I still don't feel good. But y'all have definitely kept the girl laughing. Y'all kept me from getting too serious with this topic because I really didn't want to because it's just so unpleasant, isn't it? It's so unpleasant. But I will be back tomorrow as the gossip permits. Okay. And if the gossip permits, I might be back tonight. Marquin says one of Amanda's problems could come from being light skinned with short hair. What happens when you light skinned with short hair? Jesus. Y'all tough. Listen. It's about that time. You know what I'm going to tell you. If you did not hit the like button on the way in, please make sure that you hit the like button on the way out. Please make sure that you hit your notification bell and click all so you will know every single time that I go live over here on this good channel. Okay. Subscribe if you've not subscribed, because you know I'm happy to have you here. Excuse me. I'm sorry I'm sick, y'all. And if you want to join channel membership, there's a join button beneath the video and a membership link in the description box. Now, also in the description box is the link for our Royal Family merchandise store, so you can get your classic black and gold crown gear or the emerald crown design. And we got a link for our Amazon storefront so we can shop together, and my Amazon wish list, so you can send me pins, pads, snacks, goodies, or anything like that. It'll come straight to me, and I'm always grateful. Let me show y'all something. Oh, somebody sent me some pins, and I am grateful, but there was no name on the package. So I got some pins, and I go through sometimes 3 and 4 pins a week, and I am not exaggerating. So whoever sent the pins from my Amazon wish list, I appreciate you so much, because I need these pins to take these notes and bring that good, clear, uncut, unchopped and screwed gossip, okay? So thank you guys. I'm going to get up out of here. I love y'all so much. Remember, if no one else says it to you, God loves you, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. We'll talk soon, okay? Bye.